Festive edition of Early Brunch. I'm just going to do the job of copying the link to our Facebook, which I am doing on my own, and waiting for lovely people to join us. We all let us know in the comments. As you can see, we are in a room today. At this rate, you're potentially going to get a full tour of the house. But we are near the piano today so that we can, well, have bash through some carols, because why not? Robin has crept into the room. How are you?
I'm okay. How are you?
Tired. I think most very tired.
Yeah, I mean, I've just driven for an hour and a quarter with the sun essentially in my eyes all the way, so I feel like I've been kind of locked in a room in Clockwork Orange for a bit.
That's probably not the reason why most freelance musicians are tired. Yeah. Okay, posting to our Facebook. Early Brunch is live. There we go. Okay. Well, should we shut the door and let's get cracking?
Sure.
Shut that door!
You can't tell me who that is.
That was...
You can't tell me who that's by. Who that quote from.
That door.
You can't tell me who that is.
Just Yorkshire, isn't it?
No, it's that. No. Carry on. I'll reprimand you for that afterwards.
So, the reason that lots of freelance musicians are tired, but very happy, I think, to be tired, is that doesn't this feel like the first proper Christmas we've had in like 2 years?
At least.
Because it is. And dreaded variants notwithstanding, I was invited to conduct at St Martin's for last Sunday, St Martin in the Fields, and I was playing through some stuff on the organ beforehand. And I was playing Vac Adalf, and I thought, when did I last
do this?
And it was lovely. Advent is my favourite time of year, musically speaking. I think Advent's great. The music is just so beautiful and shiny, and
yeah,
it's a good vibe season. No,
it's all very hopeful, isn't it? I similarly had a thing. I mean, even just I've just spotted it there. Is I was sorting through some of my old music, and I dug out
the Messiah.
I dug out the Messiah, and I had a look through, and I was like, I genuinely don't think I've done a Messiah in about 3 years, and that really sucks. It's just it used to be, back when the world was young and COVID didn't exist. It used to be one of those things where it was like, right, how many can I collect? How many Messiahs am I going to be doing this year? And I haven't had one in about 3 years, and I really, really miss it.
It's funny, isn't it? Because normally we're all like, oh God, another Messiah. But now it's like,
no, I know. It's like, you just want to do one. Just actually want to get in and get stuck and do one.
Shout out to East Riding County Choir.
Yes.
Who are doing a Messiah this evening in the beautiful Beverley Minster.
Good luck, good luck.
This is also Paul Dewhurst's first opportunity to conduct a concert since he was appointed. He was appointed their conductor in like 2020. So
what a way to start, eh? What a thing to kick off with.
Yeah, absolutely. And one of our lovely swans, Stuart, is singing the bass solos, which also makes it very easy for him to be at 12 Days recording on Sunday, because 12 Days is back.
12 Days is back. We cannot wait. We've got some real crackers for you this time. You invited me onto the Christmas episode.
Put the camera on.
You invited me onto the Christmas show. What did you expect? Oh dear. Yeah. So between the groups, between Swan and Echo Vocal Ensemble and the Gesualdo 6, we have can promise 12 fantastic Christmas pieces. Lots of variety, lots of modern schmaltz, lots of old favourites, lots of unknown gems. Stuff for all over the Christmas period and the Advent period, and I think there's even some Epiphany stuff in this time, right?
I think we should probably just make sure that I'm going to get you in the camera shot a bit more. Make sure everyone knows what 12 days is. So 12 days is this crazy idea that I had sort of in October of last year. So we'd come out of lockdown, but this was a point where professional singers were just allowed to get back together and sing, but choirs weren't happening, and we were like, all right, we are in for a choirless Christmas. And I was thinking about that, the cheesy cat on the first day of Christmas, and this geezer who sends like ridiculous presents to this poor human for 12 days. And of course the 12 days of Christmas are not before Christmas, they're from Christmas Day up until the 5th of January is the 12th night, and then you have Epiphany, the visit of the three kings on the 6th of January, which is when a lot of Europe actually celebrates Christmas. For example,
not very
in
wise
Spain.
of them, is it, travelling over the Christmas period like that? Well, very wise.
Oh.
Must have faced loads of traffic around Syria.
Them camels back right up.
Counted camels. Endless camels.
Camels all the way back. But I thought, wouldn't it be great if we could get together and record a bunch of carols and send them to someone so they're like a gift every day of the 12 days of Christmas? And I mentioned this at a lunch with Owen, who's the director of Just Lotto 6, and Sarah, who's the director of Echo Vocal Ensemble and a friend of the various groups, who said, I think that's a fab idea. I'll give you some sponsorship to do something about that. And then Sarah gave a ring to Rydale Festival, the wonderful Rydale Festival, and Chris Glynn, who is their creative director, was like, yep, let's team up. So last year we filmed in Castle Howard, which was a very special experience.
Howard, just outside of York.
We went from 0 to filming and selling over 800 tickets from like the 1st of November to Christmas Day, and it was an amazing experience. And a lot of you have said that you want it to happen again. You spoke, we listened.
And we're doing it again. I say we, I'm again not involved. Again, because of various clashes with stuff. So you get two of the other lovely Swan tenors who are excellent singers and excellent people.
There is no B team.
There is no B team.
There is no B team.
There is no I in the Swan Consort.
Well, there isn't, is there?
Neither is there a B, but there is an A.
You say that, but I often get auto-corrected to the Swab Consort, which I find quite upsetting.
Moderately topical.
Also, the Swan Consort.
The Swan Consort.
The Stan Consort. Autocorrect doesn't seem to like swans very much, but yeah, the Swab Consort, when that happened, I was like, ooh. We are the Swan Consort. So, 12 days, we have reviewed the cadences, the cadence competition. So we had enthusiasts and aspiring composers and established composers from all over the world putting a cadence on the first day of, and then they have to make Christmas happen.
There's a lot of very fun stuff. There's a lot of very schmaltzy stuff. There's a lot of very kind of twinkly, glowy, multi-textural stuff. I think we had like a kind of demi-fugue last year, didn't we?
Totally. I mean, this year someone did a double canon. Nerd! Nerd alert!
Grow your beards, it's Christmas.
I think the thing I really love about this competition that Sarah came up with, it's just, you have to just write a cadence. We said no more than 8 bars of kind of expanding, setting the word Christmas, is I think it's encouraged a lot of people just have a go. The first year we had over 200 entries, and I think we had so many beautiful things, but one of the things that has really stuck with me from that experience is I don't think that it could be any simpler, really. You have to set one word, maximum 8 bars. And we really, especially last year when we had more time to roll it out, we really encouraged people to just give it a go, even if they'd never composed before, didn't think of themselves as a composer. I don't know if I told you this, but we had just over 200 entries, and less than 10% of them were from women. And that made me think, are the women just busier? Are the women self-deselecting? Because I personally, last year and this year, I listened to the entries without knowing the name of the composer, because I think it's just better that way. You don't have any unconscious bias. Made my poor partner play them for me. And on that basis, with not knowing who'd written what, the women represented like a full quarter. So from less than 10%, like I can't do the maths on that, but what is going on there? And if you are someone who identifies as a woman who would like to try composing, or who does compose but doesn't put themselves forward, can I just say to you as a director of an ensemble, please do put yourself forward. The worst that's going to happen is we're going to say, we didn't select your thing this time, or, but then at least we know who you are. And it just made me reflect on how when you're not, when you don't look like the other people doing the thing, then you can often like self-deselect.
Completely. But I mean, we don't know who you are, frankly, because on the internet, it's that little comic, isn't it? On the internet, nobody knows you're a dog. And what I want to add to that, obviously, I do not identify as a woman, so I can't relate. I don't think that's my place to speak on it. But one thing I will say is, don't wait for competitions around Advent or Lent or big important things to do it, because we want people to be we want people who identify as women and people of colour, for that matter, frankly, to be represented throughout the year. We don't want it just to be like, it's Advent, let's pull out our Carol by the Woman, or it's Lent, let's pull out our Lamentations by the person of colour. It's like, we want women, people of colour, people who generally have been underrepresented, to be on music lists in churches, from the very high to the very low to the very prominent to the completely unknown in the middle of nowhere, right the way through the year.
Absolutely.
And people naturally are gonna self-deselect for things, and similarly select for things around the bigger things, but just keep composing stuff and keep making noise about the stuff that you compose.
Yeah, totally. And just to be clear, there's absolutely no judgment or criticism from self-deselecting.
God, absolutely not.
It's just how we're conditioned. But like I know I've done that myself as a conductor.
Same.
Exactly, and just and to follow up on what Robin was saying about representing diverse voices, all voices, not even diverse, but representing the voices that reflect the communities that we are. Big shout out to the work of Multitude of Voices and Louise Stewart, who have produced like really excellent anthem books, where there's a whole wide range of different styles and themes of choral music by women composers. And I'm delighted to be working on a hymnody project with Multitude of Voices, along with a number of other diverse, differently abled, people of colour, women, people who identify as non-binary. So check out their work if this resonated with you. And if you are a composer from an underrepresented background and we don't know you, drop us a sample of your music. hello@theswanconsort.com. I get quite a lot of, I saw a post on Twitter that mentioned this, like we get quite a lot of people sending their music to us, and very often we don't have the opportunity to program it, but at least we know who they are, and then when an opportunity does come along, we can consider it. So if that's you, and you've always thought, I don't want to do that, it's too pushy, I'm not going to bite your head off. I'm a bit forgetful with messages. I might not reply to you. That doesn't mean I hate you. It just means I'm forgetful with messages. I am forgetful.
Yeah.
But there we go. So send us your stuff. We want to meet you. I think it's time for a carol.
Which one?
I really like I Saw Three Ships.
Right. As I understand it,
Mm-hmm.
is Bethlehem not landlocked?
Maybe.
What? Okay, so then in which case, where are these boats coming to and from? And answers in the comments, please, or in the chat. Let us know where these ships are going from and to.
The other thing is that I was discussing with my partner this morning that torches run with torches all the way to Bethlehem was written for a girls' school in Hull. That's a bloody long way to run, especially with fire.
Yeah, Hull to Bethlehem. Yeah, that's like two Olympic torch relays, isn't it?
Speaking as a Hollandian.
Yeah, especially because that's a difficult run as well, because it means you either have to run from Hull to Calais, or you just like run straight onto a P&O ferry, hop on a treadmill for the duration, and then start running from Rotterdam or Ostend, maybe.
Could you like run up and down the Eurostar?
Can somebody plot this route for us? Can somebody find out if you were to run with torches all the way to Bethlehem from Hull, where it was written from? What's the best route to get from Hull to Bethlehem on foot?
Someone with strata. I want to see that.
Just to say, similar to my like giving fivers to swans advice, don't do this, but plot the route.
But this isn't even your advice. This is John Juba.
Exactly, yeah. Old Johnny Jubes.
What I mentioned, God bless him.
Right, I have been given a copy of the carol that doesn't have the choruses in it because of a bizarre tear.
I mean, it's mostly so that you have the words, because I don't think you need the tune, do you?
No, probably not.
You know how the tune goes, don't you?
I do.
The tune basically goes sort of like this.
No, it doesn't. What? No, it doesn't.
It does. It goes like this.
No, it doesn't. That's not the tune. That's a dodgy below.
I'm pretty sure that you can sing I Saw Three Ships to it.
Are you gonna?
Welcome to today's issue of So I'm Sorry I Haven't a Noom.
I hate you so much. I'm sorry we haven't a new.
I'm sorry, I haven't a noom.
Okay, so from what I can gather, I am being given the words to some popular and well-known Christmas carols, and I am being made to contrafact them onto the tunes of other well-known and popular Christmas carols.
I don't know what you're talking about. This is a tune I always sing it to.
That's what you do with your weekends is your business. This is the first time. Okay, so...
Playing you in.
I don't know how this is going to scare.
You'll work it out.
I saw three ships come sailing in on Christmas Day, on Christmas Day. I saw three ships come sailing in on Christmas Day. I saw three ships come sailing on Christmas Day in the morning. On Christmas Day in the morning. In the morning. This is so stressful. Right.
Haven't you run out of music?
No, I did the kind of...
There's two!
And what was in the ships all three on Christmas Day, on Christmas Day? What was in the ships all three on Christmas Day? And what was in the ships morning, on Christmas Day in the morning, in the morning. Our Saviour Christ and His Lady, on Christmas Day, on Christmas Day. Our Saviour Christ and His Lady, on Christmas Day, on Christmas Day. Our Saviour Christ and His Lady, on Christmas Day in the morning, on Christmas Day in the morning, in the morning. That is actually very satisfying in a weird way, especially, I don't know if you were intending me to do this, but the way that it ends, in the morning, apparently, as an old bawdy song.
In the morning.
In the morning. Okay, so that was I Saw Three Ships, the old English traditional carol with In Dulce Jubilo, which is a old chorale tune by who? Is it just an old known one?
I don't know, but that was a beautiful arrangement. Tea is here.
Tea is here.
Tea is here.
Tea is risen. Tell that no,
Tea is risen.
wrong season.
Now, why are you reaching out for this burning hot thing with your bare hands?
I want to drink it.
Round of applause for Swan Butler Jeremiah Stevens, please.
No,
Excellent.
where are you going? We're singing carols.
I'm going to make coffee.
No, you're going to sing a carol.
I'm going to sing a carol.
Yes. You know, A Day's Day for Davis.
There aren't any mugs, right? In the currently, and we're going to need them to
But
drink
we need to
tea.
sing a carol. Close
Okay,
the door.
hang
Shut
on.
that door.
Hang on. Yeah. You heard what I just got accosted with. Okay, Adeste Fidelis. Okay.
Are we? The big question, of course, is it angels or angels?
No.
People completely lose their
Oh,
mind.
no.
Well,
surely
it's
it's no passion.
this tune.
Let's take that.
By the way, you haven't given him the words.
It's in there somewhere.
It might be in the
Are
other.
you
we're
telling
doing
me?
one carol to a tune of
telling
another.
me?
Yeah.
You need the
88.
words. Shame.
Hey,
So
if
you
it's
fat ladies.
shame. Two months.
How are we going to point this? It's not the same metrical
That's
index.
this is
Somebody's an Anglo-Catholic.
Spot the oratory kids, right? Just give us the last two. Oh, come on, ye faithful, joyful and triumphant. Oh, come ye to Bethlehem. Behold the King of angels.
Did you just miss some words?
Yes, we have to.
That's not how it works.
I mean, it has to be how it works.
No, I want all the words. Shame.
Okay, I think we just do this syllabically and
You
see what
got
happens.
these- got this bit as well.
calculation when we get there.
Yeah.
You've got all of
You've
this
got
as well.
Do you want
Again.
all the
Syllabic.
Let's just do it syllabically. Oh, come all ye faithful, joyful and triumphant. Oh, come ye to Bethlehem. Come and behold him born. The King of angels, oh, come let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him. Christ the Lord. Yes! We got there. We made it work.
Shine, Jesus, shine, little donkey.
That's two.
We've got fewer syllables.
Oh,
Say it again.
okay.
God of God, light of light, lo, he abhors not the virgins whom very God begotten, not created. Oh, come, let us
Let us adore him. Oh, let us adore him. Christ the Lord. Yeah, quite a lot of mopping up
A lot.
Yeah, at the end
I
there.
don't think the
That
clergy,
Christ had a lot of legs to it.
Yeah.
I don't think the clergy are going to be very happy about the underlay changing in the refrain.
Oh, come!
It's all fine, everyone agrees.
Exactly.
So we're calling this. We're calling this. I'm sorry, I haven't a new. And you came in here making a point about the passing note, making a punctum about the
About the passing note.
about the
I've got
passing
news
note.
for you.
Have I got
Have I
news
got
for you?
news for you? Have you got news for us?
You
Yes,
do
we
have
have
news
one.
for us. So this passing note palaver.
It's the cause of great controversy in all of these little social enclaves of organists bitching and whining about people singing angels, and they point to the Wilcox edition as if
So
it's
this
the
is
gospel.
Come the King of Angels.
Yeah, and in the Wilcox edition, it's angels.
Just to explain that the Wilcox edition of these carols for choirs books, David Wilcox was the director of music at King's College, Cambridge, and did an amazing job of editing a huge amount of choirs,
Along with Reginald Jack.
along with Reginald Jack and other excellent humans.
Don't sleep on Reginald Jack.
However, if you sing in a choir, or know someone who does, they know these books.
Often as just the green book, the orange book.
Or carols for queers. The amazing thing about
Small black
this,
book, which is big and white.
Just small black book, which is big and white, yes.
the amazing thing about this is it made a huge array of Christmas and Advent repertoire available to choirs all over the Anglophone world. I'm resisting saying the saxophone world because if it had been named,
Yeah,
If it had been named after the Saxons,
Saxophone word.
if it had been named after the Saxons, it would be the saxophone world. But the other side of this is that these books seem to become law. And you shocked me last night because I've always been like, yeah, there's no passing note in the music, so you shouldn't sing one. But
in the original plain chant, there's not just a whole load of passing notes. There are actually like 3 neumes in the middle of decoration written out as
so
actual
like there's
notes.
3
Oh,
trotting
really?
Not
notes.
even contentious. They are just there.
They're just in the thing.
Yeah.
So it's not a
Amazing.
passing note. Wilcox missed it out, which is a choice. But what I think is really exciting about that is it means that people who are singing the passing note, which is not a passing note, it's a missed out note,
They're close to the original.
Close to the original.
somewhere the folk tradition or like the people's tradition and memory of singing has trumped
Has trumped the
has
academic.
trumped the kind of dominant class culture.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm all for that, and I will be bawling that missing note out from now on.
I will do
And all
that.
the other ones too.
And all the other ones, yeah.
yeah.
Completely. Ligatures and all.
I think it's time for a cup of tea. And
That-
to do something slightly less raucous. Slightly less
Looking forward
raucous.
to my next one.
Oh, there will be another.
I've got in the mood for that now.
I'm just gonna pick up my wee fern.
What are you gonna do?
I want to do a quick fire quiz.
Oh, great! Is it gonna be actually quick fire, or are you gonna flap about like you did last
It's
time?
Carol or not.
Carol or not?
Yes, I need to find it though.
Okay. So, one thing that I love is finding, carols very traditionally, way back when we was young. A lot of them are kind of based off of plain chant tunes. We've had, In Dulce Jubilo, as was mentioned by Jeremiah there. Adaste Fideles. There's all kinds of them. Angelus ad Virginem off the top of my head. Person et Hodie, which is Long Ago Prophets New, for the hymn lovers out there. There's all kinds of them, and discovering new kind of carol tunes. The latest one that I had the pleasure of isn't even medieval, but it's in a kind of style. It's the the Sydney Carol, which you may know if you are in and about Cambridge, especially if you're from a poem by Clive Wilmer, set by Dr. Christopher Page, and it's absolutely devastating. Gorgeous, gorgeous melody, etc. I want to know, people, where can I get my nerdy monophonic carol tune fix? I've mentioned kind of, Angelus Division and Persona RDA. What are the other ones? What are some other ones that I don't know about, that I'm unlikely to know about? There's also a lot of kind of odd folk carols, things like the Boar's Head Carol, which it's in this book. If you have access to a copy of Carols for Choirs #1, go and have a look at the Boar's Head Carol. It's absolutely bizarre, and it appears to be a group of people turning up at someone's door with a pig's head stuffed with cloves and various spices. Here's a pig's head stuffed with cloves and various spices. Please, can we come in and have a glass of wine? What other weird folk carols are there out there? Let us know in the chat. Let us know in the comments. Send them through to us via email or carrier pigeon. And yeah, at this festive time of year, there's all kinds of music that we don't know about. Let us know. How's it coming?
I have, but the problem is I hadn't made a note of which ones were real, and I had also forgotten.
You berg.
So I was crouched down there in the corner out of the camera line of view, quickly Googling them and trying to work out which ones I had made up.
Okay.
I feel like there's got to be something catchier than Carol or Not Carol.
Carol or not Carol or not Carol.
Do you have ideas, people?
Let us know what we should have called this quiz. Carol or not?
Real or Carol or...
Advented or invented?
Advented or invented? The Cider Press Carol.
The cider press... I mean, I have just mentioned the Boar's Head, as you said. The Boar's Head Carol. That, the Cider Press Carol. See, there are a load of interesting kind of booze-related Advent things. Wassailing.
Advented or invented? Stop stalling. You were complaining that the quiz wasn't quick fire enough.
You weren't giving me the questions very quickly. I am allowed to reason. Yeah, advented or invented. I'm going to say that one is... I'm going to say it's modern, but it's real.
No, wrong. I made it up.
Oh, no.
Bring a torch, Jeanette, Isabella.
Who? Who are Jeanette and Isabella?
I don't know.
Why are they bringing the light? I don't think that's real.
I'm afraid it is.
You're joking.
It is. In fact, do you want me to get the lyrics
Who
up?
are Jeanette and Isabella?
No, mate. Bring a torch, Jeanette, Isabella.
All the way to Bethlehem?
All the way to Bethlehem. It's a Christmas carol. Wikipedia says it's a Christmas carol that originated in the Provence.
Ooh. So
And the melody was used by Marc-Antoine Charpentier in like a revival of Molière's Le Médecin Mal.
So not only is this a carol, but this should be well known and popular because it's Charpentier. In a way.
So the translation is bring a torch, the folk of the village, Jesus is born, and Mary's calling, beautiful is the mother, beautiful is the child. Who is that? Knocking like that. And so it continues.
Sorry.
Oh no, there's mention of cakes. Open up, we've arranged on a platter lovely cakes that we've...
That's like breads.
No, it's gâteau.
Oh,
Ouvrez
wow.
donc, j'ai posé sur un plat des bons gâteaux.
What's the next one? Also, Mary is shouting, It was like...
That's where they got the idea of called midwife.
¿Dónde está Santa Claus?
Donde est. So hang on. So where?
Está Santa Claus?
I bet that's real.
It's real.
Yes.
That is real.
Donde está Santa Claus?
Mamacita, ¿dónde está Santa Claus? And the toys that he will leave.
Please.
Mamacita, ooh, oh, where is Santa Claus? Ooh, I'll look for him because, ooh, it's a Christmas.
It is real. This isn't
I
just.
wonder how it goes.
Mamacita, donde está Santa? Just go on. Just move the quicker.
Semper Ferians.
Semper Ferians.
So Latin, so it must be real, right?
Dodgy Latin out there. Ferians.
You mean like looks are unquote? That's not real piece. Oh.
Semper Ferians.
This is real?
I don't think so. I think I made it up, but if you Google Semper Ferians, stuff that is not a carol comes up.
But it's not a carol.
I mean, it sort of means always celebrating.
Okay.
Make we merry all and some.
Make thee merry all and some. Surely that's real.
It is real.
Yes!
Samuel's vision. Advented or invented?
Who is Samuel?
Haven't you heard?
Don't. If I'm forgetting a
How
very.
many times a week do you sing the Nunc Dimittis? Nunc Dimittis.
That's Simeon.
Oops.
Is Samuel the one that got slung in with the lions? Daniel.
That's Daniel.
Samuel
There is
is the boy who was given away
There we go.
to the temple, and he heard God calling him, but he thought he was the priest
That's
himself.
the
Okay,
one.
you wanted something? He's like, stop bothering me, I'm trying to sleep.
Oh yeah. Here I am, Lord. It is I, Lord. Rah, 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 rah.
Yeah.
I don't think that's adventy. I don't think that's real.
No, I made it up. Okay. Advented or invented? That's actually hard. Second star to the right.
In 500 yards.
Hang on. I need a moment.
In 500 yards, take a left-hand turn, sharp left to Bethlehem. Sharp left.
Okay, I know for a fact that the second star to the right is not real because the second star to the right is
Shines in the night for... What's the next word?
it's you. The second star to the right, for those counting, is the song that plays during the opening credits of Disney's Peter Pan.
Advented or invented?
Clearly invented.
Oh.
The second star to the right shines in the night for you. Da, 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 da,
Next
da,
one.
da, da.
I'm gonna lasso Santa Claus.
Lasso as in whip. That's not real.
Little Brenda Lee
Oh.
begs to differ.
Brenda Lee wants to lasso Santa Claus.
I'm gonna lasso Santa Claus. I know just why. Because I'm gonna pull on his beard. It's real.
I mean, Brenda. Just.
Blimey.
I'm gonna tickle him on the tummy. He's so jolly and fine when he comes around on Christmas time.
Somebody should have checked on Brenda before she got to the song. Is Brenda Lee okay? Is Brenda Lee still alive?
I'm gonna pop Santa Claus
No, on. Next. Next.
with my voice.
Next!
With my...
No, I refuse to hear. I refuse to hear this. Next.
Google. Oh, I think I need to call chat. The Apple of Lords.
As in the cricket ground.
Yeah, hang on. No,
Or the
genuinely.
LAUDS.
Genuinely, is this Lords as in King of Kings and Lord of Lords, or Lords as in
Lord.
like the French village? with the spring.
I always think how Lord is like. Does the village translate as fatties?
No, praises. It's
Shut
like the
up.
service before
Phrases.
Festive.
Lords.
But LORDES would be fatties.
Yes. Okay.
LOURDES.
But the apple of Lords.
Spelling is important, people.
So Jesus Christ is frequently referred to in apple-y terms, as in like Poston's Jesus Christ the apple tree, not as in like I Jesus. But Lord would suggest Mary. I think that's something you've kind of cobbled together.
Yeah, it is. How about this one? Nunc gaudet ecclesia.
I mean, you said that like it's a John Cooper Clarke poem, but
Nunc gaudet ecclesia.
You do him a great disservice. Now,
So ridiculous, that's the real.
Do you know what? It's the 4R. It's the R that's sold me on it.
It is Adventist.
Nunc gaudet. Is this one of those? Is this one of those weird ones like in Dulce Jubilo where it's like folksy English with like Latin thrown in?
I don't know actually. I found.
I bet it's one of them.
Nunc. I found it in a hymn book. Yes, it is.
What a shout! Bonus points. Bonus Advent points.
Oh wait, no. This version is R. Mary is a lady bright, the son of Michaelmite. Over bona natalitia. Huh.
Cool. Any more?
Ecclesia.
Any more for
I
any more?
want to find the one. See, when you Google that, the first thing that comes up is entitled "A Medieval Ballad on the Murder of Thomas Becket."
Let's move on.
I think this song was written.
Is this a Christmas carol about the death of Beth?
Yeah, now the church rejoices. Et ecclesia. And then it's in Old English.
Let's have a look.
Listening Lords by XAL. I shall you tellen a wonder tale, how Holy Church was brought in Bale. Come, Magnus Clark of all this land of Canterbury, you understand.
It is.
Slain he was with wicked hand, demonis potentia.
Why?
Nunc gaudet ecclesia.
Why is this a Christmas? Seriously? Like, no. It doesn't matter what the rest of the words are. Like, why is this a Christmas song?
Because
What's next?
the text is from Richard Leighton Green, the Early English Carols.
So it is a carol by
Ancient
definition.
English carols.
There we go. Fair enough. It's advented.
Advented or invented. Bethlehem ahoy!
Bethlehem. Is that actually the next one? Bethlehem ahoy!
Yes.
I mean, if I saw 3 ships is real.
No, I made this one up.
Oh, what?
Invented.
Oh, I thought it was.
Last one before we have another carol.
I thought it was going to be like I saw 3 ships from the other point of view, where it's like I was on a boat, right? These 2 other
Last
boats came
one.
along.
Fum.
Hang on. What? Fum.
Fum.
What? FUM?
Fum.
I. First of all, this quiz is you know what? There's enough things out there like Little Drummer Boy, random noises, but they never generally make it into the title. I gonna take a punt. I think.
I don't think the Catalan people will be very happy you describing fum 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 as random noises.
well, okay. It is a tradition. What does fum 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 mean?
It either means smoke, like fum fum fum, I don't know, coming out of the thing, or it means to play
instrumental noises.
Webster's Revised Unabridged Dictionary 1913 defines fum as to play upon a fiddle, quoting Ben Jonson. Follow you go.
Play me on a fiddle as you go.
Follow me and fum me as you go.
I mean, if we condense...
Onomatopoeic imitation of a rocking cradle.
Exactly! Noises!
So there's the Catalan version. I'm not going to try reading in Catalan. I'll just be shouted off, booed off stage in my own home. The English version is loosely based on this. On December 5 and 20, fum fum fum. On December 5 and 20. Oh, a child was born this night, so rosy white, so... No, can we stop? Jesus was born in the Middle East. Jesus was not rosy, roughly the same colour as us.
At least.
This is why I'm annoyed that I and children like me have not been asked to play Mary in favour of the blonde pretty chick. Because frankly, if anyone in our school looked like a teenage Jewish Middle Eastern girl, it was me. Not Sarah.
Hi, Sarah.
Stop short of the surname. She's a lovely girl. She is a lovely girl.
Just doesn't look...
Mary, virgin holy, in a stable, mean and lowly, fum fum fum. On December 5 and 20, fum fum fum. On December 5 and 20, fum. Important day. Let us be gay. Us be gay. Word. We go first to church and then we have the sweetest buns and candy. Fum, fum, fum.
Very nice. Very, very nice.
I think it's time for a carol.
I think it's time for a carol. Which book am I using?
Well, if you... Hang on. I think it's in either one. I don't know if people will be cross because of Harkageddon and what have you. But I think...
I don't think this counts for Harkageddon.
You don't even know what I'm going to do yet.
The only way I'll be really annoyed is if it's Last Christmas.
Sing glory to the newborn King. Peace on earth and mercy on and sinners wearing signs. Joyful holy nations rise, join the triumph of the skies with angelic voice proclaim. Christ is born in Bethlehem. Sing glory to the newborn King.
Is that what you were expecting?
You're getting really good at this.
Christ, my Lamb adored, Christ the everlasting Lord. Late in time behold him come, offspring of the Virgin tomb. Hail in flesh the godly seed, hail incarnate deity, please as man with man to dwell. Jesus, Son Emmanuel. Herald angels sing glory to our newborn King.
That was my fault. I started enjoying the Melissa too much.
Hail the hand-born Prince of Peace, hail the Son of Righteousness. Light and life to all he brings, risen with healing in his wings. give them second birth. Hark the herald angels sing, glory to the newborn King.
Opening on Broadway, 1st of January.
If you're gonna make me do weird stuff, I'm gonna fit fun cadences in.
I think you should pick some more words. I've run out of ones that I prepared earlier, and I'm just going to suggest that you pick some words, and I would encourage you to find some in sort of like quadruple meter.
So not Gabriel's message then.
I mean,
Quadruple meter. Okay. I've got an idea. Let's do Noel Nouvelet. Oh no!
Noël, chantons ici de votre gentille adieu Lucie. Chantons Noël, Noël, Noël,
That's my French, Robert.
non, je lycée, parce que avec l'amour est pour une nouvelle journée. En Bethléem trouvé. Noël, Noël, nouvelle, Noël, chantons.
do you have more verses?
Yes.
I guess we're changing the tune. Because you're too good at that one.
Okay.
Do you want to go back to verse 1 or are you going to carry on?
I'm gonna carry on.
En Bethléem étant tout réunis, trouvant l'enfant, Joseph, Marie aussi.
Okay, go.
La Vierge brille de ton berceau. Noël, Noël, chantons ici. La Vierge brille de ton berceau. Noël, chantons ici. Par l'étoile éclaircie de l'Orient dont ils étaient sortis. Avec la matinée, Noël chantons, Noël chantons ici. Avec la matinée, Noël chantons ici.
That was brutal.
That was
Absolutely brutal.
I mean, I didn't help myself, to be fair. But that was
Let's have lots of words in French.
that was very, very difficult.
Shall we do
How about some?
our favourite? Just what time are we on? Do we need to wrap up?
No, I think we've got time for a couple more. One or two more. Right, let's do.
What about, you were talking about Angelus ad Virginem.
Yeah.
Can we do, what about if we did Gaudete to the tune of Riu Riu Chu?
What's Riu Riu Chu?
Riu, oh, if you don't know the tune.
I don't know Riu Riu Chu. Sorry. I've got an idea. Pick a tune in 3 and we can put Away in a Manger to it.
Right.
Because Away in a Manger has
I'm just going to open the book and
already has very lovely tunes. There's a typical kind of away in a manger, and then there's the Normandy tune, I believe, which was sung very ably and very beautifully by the Gesualdo Six on the last edition of 12 Days of Christmas with echo vocal ensemble with Swan Consort and Gesualdo Six. When does that go on sale, by the way?
It's already on sale!
It's already on sale!
The thing about 12 days is you can send it to anyone, anywhere in the world, because you just need their email address. So if you go to onjam.tv/12-days, or if you go on any of our social media pages,
that's Echo Vocal Ensemble, the Gesualdo Six, or of course the Swan Consort,
or indeed Rydale Festival, you will be able to order as many copies as you like. They are £12 each, £12 to send 12 carols on 12 days of Christmas to your friends and loved ones.
£1 for a professionally sung Christmas carol every single day. It's ridiculous, isn't it?
There's also the option, if you don't want it to be a surprise, total surprise, you can also have this option to upgrade and include a physical brochure, luxury kind of presentation envelope that will be posted to your door or your friends' doors. And in that brochure, there will be interviews with the artists, behind the scenes photos, maybe some text and information about the pieces so that you get a little sneak ahead.
And some fun little physical Christmas gifts. All
we're not doing those this year.
Oh no!
We're not doing...
Do everything as a surprise to me.
This is true.
Because I start promising stuff. I was going to show off like the bauble from last year.
Last year we did do some physical Christmas gift boxes. If you are very disappointed that we haven't got the physical Christmas gift boxes this year, let us know. And we will do our best to please you in future years. What I really want to tell you about this year's 12 days, last year we were in Castle Howard, which is a really well-known and a very beautiful venue.
Where are we this year, Nate?
We are at Birdsall House. You've probably not heard of Birdsall House unless, like us, you're from God's own county. It's not God's, it's mine. Because Birdsall House is not generally open to the public. If you I think you can see it if you apply for a private tour and demonstrate a special interest. It is an absolutely stunning private home nestled in the Yorkshire countryside somewhere near Malton. It's been described as as Yorkshire's best kept secret by I-Times, so by the Guardian supplements. And we are just thrilled that we will be there. We'll be shooting there and also in Birdsall Church, St Mary Birdsall, which is around the corner. And I hear it's snowing near home at the moment.
It is. To the joy of, many young children and people who are getting in the
and singers who are filming Christmas things.
Singers who are filming Christmas things. Less so to our poor mother who is delivery driving out in it. Godspeed, Mum, stay safe.
Yeah, and all delivery drivers. Since our mum does a delivery round, and most of us don't see the infrastructure and effort that gets into this wonderful world we live in now, where you can order something one day and have it delivered next door to your doorstep.
Yeah.
So everyone who delivers cards and gifts and food and other things that bring joy to others.
Just remember the woman with a Honda Civic who's having to get it there.
Birdsall House. You will get to see this beautiful place that normally cannot be seen. So, maybe we should do the 12 Days of Christmas to a different tune.
Okay. Do we still get Away in a Manger? Because I kind of prepared for that one. I was trying to remember the words.
12 Days of Christmas and then Away in a Manger.
12 Days of... Okay. So on the first day of Christmas, my true love sent to me, right?
A partridge in a pear tree.
This is where I forget what is being sent.
It's actually really hard to sing it when you're not singing it to the tune that your muscle memory knows.
It is. Yes. I of course would know this, sister of mine.
Oh, I'm missing the pages that I need in that one. I have the other green book, and I think.
The other green book's up here.
Could you find the words for the 12 Days of Christmas so that you're not panicking?
I think I can remember them. I think I can remember them. Yeah. By the way, calling birds, I discovered. You know how it's 4 calling birds? Calling birds, it's like a species thing, as opposed to just 4 birds of random species going, ah! Yeah. Okay, what's the tune? Past 3 o'clock for those of you keeping score. Okay. On the first day of Christmas, my true love said to me, a partridge in a tree. Oh, we're doing the verse as well.
No, let's not do this.
On the second day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree.
You got to think this through.
No, you didn't. On Christmas, my true love sent to me 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. On the 4th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 4 calling birds and 3 French hens and 2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree. Full verse. 5 Yeah, I'm singing the tenor part. I'm aware. I don't know the tune of the verse. I just told you to do it. And 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree.
I think we need that verse one more time.
No, we don't! Green, so cool. There's 3 doves and a partridge in a pear tree. Trauma. Away in a manger, just to calm and lull the stream off to sleep before we bid you a Merry Christmas. Away in a manger. Oh. I thought for a second you'd gone with the traditional tune. Okay. Away in a manger, no crib for a bed. The little Lord Jesus laid down his sweet head. The stars in the bright sky looked down where he lay. The little Lord Jesus asleep on the Lord Jesus, look down from the sky and see my soul until morning is come. Be near, Lord Jesus, I ask thee to save us by thee forever, and love me, I pray. Bless all the dear children in thy tender care, and fit us for heaven to live with thee. Oh, that's so nice! works and it's really cute. Oh, that's so nice. I don't think we're going to better that. I think we need to.
I don't think that we can possibly go out on. Watch shepherds watch their flocks by night.
That's the.
Oh, it's an A. Should we not do it in A? Should we do it in something else? Let's do it in C, so I don't have to worry about it.
While shepherds watch their flocks by night, or seated on the ground.
The angel of the Lord came down.
Without his trousers on, all glory shone around, and glory shone around, and glory shone around. Dum, bum, bum. Fear not, be glad, and see their troubled mind. Great news of praise, glad tidings of great news of praise. For thee and all mankind, for thee and all mankind, for thee and all mankind.
Do you know what? Just get the words.
Just get the words. For those keeping, that is Welsh.
If you don't know,
if you don't,
Shin.
it's that is the tune of Ilkley Moor, which is, of course, the Yorkshire national anthem, pending. So beautiful is town this day is born of David's line.
The Saviour is Christ the Lord.
The Saviour is Christ the
The
Lord.
Saviour is Christ the Lord, and it shall be the sign.
And this shall be the sign, and this shall be the sign, and this shall be the sign. Thus spake the seraph, and forthwith appeared a shining throng of angels praising God who thus, of angels praising God who thus, address the joyful song, address the joyful song, address the joyful song. All glory be to God, on the earth be peace. Good words for from end to good words for from end to men. Without the trousers on, begin and never cease, begin and never cease, begin and never cease. Dee by gum, that were good, lass.
Shut that door.
Shut that door. Do we shut this door and let this lot get on with the Christmas lives?
Oh gosh almighty. Right, we are driving up to Malton, Birdsall, near
Birdsall.
Malton in North Yorkshire. And that's that really. Get your tickets for 12 days.
Buy them now. Any of the socials. Swan Consort, obviously. Echo Vocal Ensemble, Giswaldo 6. The wonderful Rydale Festival.
I'll put the link in the description.
It's
to
£12.
make it easy for you.
£12. You can send it anywhere in the world.
And you can order it like at any point. So if you get to Christmas Eve and you're like, I didn't get Antimarty nothing.
And I've only got 12 quid and a penny to my name. Well, I know what you can do. You can get a ticket for 12 days and you can pop that penny in your Christmas pudding.
Auntie Margie will love that.
Auntie Margie will
Just
love
make
that.
sure she takes out the false teeth before she
especially-
bites into pudding.
Exactly. Especially if she gets that, though, because that'll make her Queen of Christmas, won't it?
Auntie Margie, Queen of Christmas. Okay.
We love you,
bye,
Margie, and we love all of the
team.
rest of you. Mwah.
Mwah.